Hey guys, today we're gonna go over Bayern Munich against Bayern Leverkusen for the Bundesliga. So Bayern Munich was gonna play a 4-2-3-1. You can see it right there. On the other hand, Bayern Leverkusen they were gonna play a 3-4-2-1. That's what they usually play, and you're gonna see that. But in this game specifically, right away you will see that Frimpong and Grimaldo they were gonna create a 5 in the back. Terrier was gonna drop, and Chris was gonna be on the left back behind Boniface. Like it was like a 5-3-2. Also, you can see that Xhaka and Musiala are gonna be covering each other. Kane was gonna drop as always. He always drops to create like a to do this 4-2-4. He likes to drop and create and just create something from the back. Guerrero, you can see it also that Kimmich was gonna drop when Guerrero was gonna go up. So it was gonna be like this, covering, because Davis was also gonna be like that. So we're gonna see that over the match. So let's just put it back. On the first corner kick, it was this is how Bayern Leverkusen was gonna cover. So they were gonna cover by zone with Boniface on the first post because he's super tall. So and you can see that Bayern Munich most dangerous players during corner kicks they're gonna be on the back like Upamecano, Kim, and Kane. So that's how they was gonna be. Here when Bayern Munich attacks, they were gonna do this with the Guerrero going high, like this. Davis also comes here, so it was like a 2-4-1-3 because Musiala has a lot of freedom, so he's like a number 10, and he goes wherever he wants whenever he needs to create something. All right, so then here it was also even more attacking because Guerrero and Davis go even higher. Musiala like behind Kane or in front of Kane. But they do this. Let's just do it like this. So it's like a 2-2-6. So they have a lot of offensive power. And to be honest, Bayern Leverkusen, they couldn't get out. Even when they had the ball, they couldn't create anything. They weren't dangerous. They didn't have 3 good passes. So it was really bad for them. So they were just defending most of the time. See, because usually that's what they want to do. They want to make the pitch wide. I have these 3 in the back. And like this, maybe like a 3-2-5. That's how they like to play. And they usually press super high. But in this match they couldn't do it. They obviously Bayern Munich is a more difficult rival, so it was super hard for them. Here you can see the wrist. He has a lot of freedom too. He goes to the left, he goes to the right. Whenever he needs to create, but today it wasn't the best match for him. On the from the 15-minute, wrist and Boniface they just changed position for a little bit to see if anybody could create something here on the sides, but it was very difficult for Bayern Leverkusen. Then on the 30th minute, they changed positions again, but this meant that he was gonna drop a little, so it was more like a 5-4-1 in some cases, because he was dropping more. And here you can also see that Kimmich they were gonna attack like I was saying previously, like this, like 3 in the back, and Kimmich here. Sometimes Kimmich would be in the middle too, like this. So whenever it was needed, Kimmich will cover those plays. Pavlovic would cover the midfield, and these guys would just attack a lot. But on the 30th minute, it was a corner kick for Bayern Leverkusen. It was one of the first times that they were attacking actually, and you're gonna see that Bayern Munich they cover by zone, and Bayern Leverkusen they were most of the players are on the outside of the box just waiting, and you're gonna see that Xhaka and Andrich, they're waiting for the ball too, and nobody's on them. Then there's at least 4 players, and Andrich he finds a way, and Neuer obviously he's not able to see much, and it's a great goal for Bayern Leverkusen because they didn't attack that much, so that's all they did at the time, and they were winning 1-0. So now it was an interesting match because what was Bayern Munich gonna do? Are they gonna attack? Are they gonna defend? Are they gonna propose more, risk more? So here you can see that Bayern Leverkusen they were trying to come out, but it was so hard because you're gonna see that Bayern Munich. They pressed them super high, and after Bayern's Leverkusen's goal, Bayern Munich, they really went. They were they were like this. They were risking a little more with Musiala always with Xhaka always for Musiala, but Musiala was gonna drop to create something because here you can see all this dropping and Guerrero covering this side, but let me just put this back. But then during a couple times, Musiala would drop and change positions with Olise. So it was like this, just to create something, just for to confuse the midfielders, and it was actually working because they had some spaces now. And right after that, Olise he crosses the ball. It was Olise against Grimaldo, and he crosses the ball in the box. And here's Tapsoba, Kane, and Ta. Tapsoba he headers it away because he's taller than everybody. But look at Pavlovic, he's all by himself. He has time and space, and he shoots and he scores a really nice goal. That was the 1-1. So then, like I said before, Kimmich, so he will come to the middle sometimes. Musiala, like in the middle like that. So it was a lot like this because Bayern Leverkusen couldn't they couldn't attack, they couldn't get the ball, and that was the end of the first half. When the second half started, now it was more noticeable. There was gonna be a 5-4-1. Yeah, just like that. Also, I'd like to mention that the back three of Bayern Leverkusen, they were really solid for the most part. And Hincapié against Olise, he was super solid too. I expected more from Olise, and in my opinion, he should have left sooner because maybe Sané would have done more. Then on the 48th minute, it's a chance for Bayern Munich because Kane is gonna cross the ball. And look, Frimpong, he was worried about Davis, but Gnabry is on the back of his left, and then he hits the post, and then he gets another chance. Gnabry, and he hits the the bar, and I mean he couldn't believe it. So Bayer Leverkusen, they were really worried because they couldn't control that. They were just defending, and they're not used to defending as much. And here we can see that Frimpong against Gnabry. Um, in my opinion, Davis and Gnabry, they should have attacked more on this side because Frimpong he doesn't defend as well. So they should have done more on that side. But look, Bayern Leverkusen, they were trying to go higher on the pitch. But still, Bayern Munich has so much attacking power. Then Adli came in for Terrier. Terrier, in my opinion, he didn't have a good match. I didn't see him at all. Was he should have left earlier, in my opinion. But he came in and he was in the exact same position. Then Coman came in for Gnabry. Gnabry had chances. Then you're gonna see that Adli changed positions. He came here, like to the left. Andrich, so everybody was gonna move a little to the right, and Ruiz was gonna be behind Boniface or to his left, like that. So it was like a 5-3-2. Then Tella came in for Boniface, but now that meant that he was gonna be in the right, like this, and Ruiz was gonna be the number as a number 9, the only forward. Also, Lamer came in for Guerrero, so he was gonna be on the right. Let me just put this back. And also Sané, he came in for Olise. But it was still this information. It was still a 4-2-3-1. There you go. Okay, so it looks good. And also here, notice that Kimmich was dropping a lot, like I was saying before. Because now that Lamer was here, he was fresh, and Sané, they were fresh, they were attacking a lot. So Kimmich, he was like part of the defensive line now. Then Miller came in for Kane because Harry Kane got injured. But in the same position, because he also likes to drop a lot, and they will switch positions with Musiala and plays like a false number 9. In the last minutes, Palacios came in for Wrist, and Belosian came in for Grimaldo because Grimaldo got injured too. But they were just playing. like this with Adli going higher. Yeah, and it was just a lot of defending for them, but I like to cover this match because they were a sensation last year, Bayern Leverkusen, and they're both playing Champions League this year, so I love to expect from these guys. So please let me know what you think, and please consider subscribing. Thanks.